Greetings and salutations, everybody. It is I, Lance Corporal Anime Guy, and I am the wonderful DM to two separate D&D campaigns. One of which is run by my friends at the Religious Nerd Squad. Follow them. And this is my personal project that I've been thinking about for years. But either A, never had the, time and or the people. But now I do. Now, for clarifications, so last week we did a campaign, but I have to edit that VOD because of technical issues that was caused by me messing up literally every single audio and visual. But I will try to get that out hopefully by the end of the month, because I now just started a new job. However, it's only like a 5-hour shift every day, for the most part every day, so hopefully I'll get that out, hopefully by the end of the week. But with all of those introductions out of the way, we shall now introduce our wonderful, wonderful player characters. Alright, give me 1 sec to change the window photo to the appropriate photo. I am terribly sorry if this is gonna take a bit. It's just I have pictures of everything. Let's see, team.
Also, you should also double check to see if they can hear us.
Oh.
He's already unmuted.
No, I know that, but like just in case, because sometimes
it's a fair question given how things were last week, but I can hear us.
Yeah.
I can hear us.
Oh, you can hear us. Okay.
Let's see.
Good.
Oh my God, so weird.
Huh. Let's see, D&D photos. Let's see if I could get that photo up. Team,
Oh, my life.
Team. Did I not pull it up when I was going through all my photos?
Dun dun dun.
Well, for on this week's technical issues, the photos.
No, this week's issue is lack of preparedness.
No, he was prepared. No,
I think
that's both week
I
issues.
think I know
think
what
about it.
happened. It's just that I have one too many photos open for the most part. Mainly just because I just wanted them out and prepared.
Well, shoot.
So I have to ask: have you not set up not stream avatars, reactive images?
No, I have not done that yet. I'll ask you that after the stream.
Dude, I can literally walk you through it right now, and it will make the stream better.
All right if you say so.
Okay.
Well, if you're gonna do that, give me a moment. I'm gonna go try and catch my cat. She's tearing up everything.
Many such cases. Cat moment. Right. Go here.
Oh, sorry.
Then go to Discord reactive images. You click login with Discord. You have to authorize it with Discord.
Do I need to put it on a new tab or something?
You just click. You see where it says
Log in with Discord.
Yep.
Authorize.
And then you go back to the reactive image, the browser.
All right. So I'm at.
You should see. You should see active model and library.
Okay, I do.
Go to sources up at the top.
Sources.
And for the most basic one, scroll down to the bottom, and
Custom source.
They've changed this since I used to do this. Is it just say add custom source basically?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's annoying. There used to be a really basic thing where you can just make your entire group. How do you do this?
I think it's in basic sources because I see all of our
It-
stuff, and then
You-
looks like it's
each
our
one of
profile
the-
pictures that are just base
If-
profile pictures.
If you want to put them in as just a default thing, then that's fine. It just might take a minute to make us each as a source. Basically, you make a browser source in OBS, and then you take each URL from there. You don't need your own one because you've already got your VTuber, which does that.
It's just
and then-
basically a standstill picture for mine.
Yeah, but that's literally what Reactive Images already is. So there's no point in doing your own one. But for each of us, you just put each of these links as a browser source, and then we just light up when we're talking.
All right, so
It's pretty simple.
All right, so I'm
In
getting
OBS,
back, reload, save as, print, cast, open and reading and whatnot.
Hold on, what?
Let me share my screen. So,
Hold on. Yes,
right,
I'll
wait.
walk you through this.
All right, so when I click this,
Yes,
oh,
you've copied it. You've copied it. There you go.
oh, sorry.
Did you right-click it?
I'm so used to right-clicking for URLs. All right. And then I
Right. Yeah.
just-
No. That's a copy button. So
All right, and then I just add that as a browser source.
you just add that as a browser source, and then the nice thing about having the individual ones is you can move them around.
All right. Browser. Dens. And then I just put it where the URL thing is.
Yes.
And then, okay.
My
do I do
cat's
after that?
claw is sharp.
So that should now just appear as that should just appear on screen if you've put it in correctly.
Alright, I'm gonna shrink you down a bit. Be right next to me.
Does that come through fine? Oh, hang on, my thing of this is paused. Oh, there you go.
Alright,
Well, you could put each of our images underneath our characters.
oh, right. It's just that I'm
Would be
sort of
another idea.
yeah, it's just that I'm sort of over, underneath Madison as well.
Yeah, that's true, and that's a setup.
Browser. Let's see. Alright, give me a sec.
1 second has elapsed.
Sis, you might have to change your profile pic because it's using our base ones. Because I just see your meme image.
Yeah, meme image is a meme image.
Alright. Oh. If one of you guys could check out the 3 streams to make sure that we're not echoing, because I may not hear, but the audience might.
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
The Twitch sounds fine.
Yeah, it sounds fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
yeah,
wanted to
it
make
sounds
sure.
clean.
Sounds pretty smooth.
Alright.
I'm back. You all ready?
We're still just sorting things out.
Alright.
Ah,
Alright,
okay.
rename.
Hey, we'll have everything sorted shortly, Raven.
Alright, properties. Alright, copy.
I just realized I had my headset muted.
Alright.
Good lord.
But I finished eating the cookies.
Sis,
Right,
stop
well,
torture-
did you...
Stop torturing Nico.
I
Madison
So
already
Okay,
gets...
did you hear,
anime
did you
guy,
hear what
like
I said about you
yeah,
changing
I
it to
just I just swapped it.
anime
Right.
guy, have you got them set up, but just so the stream can't see them because they're not showing up for me currently?
I'm in the preview, so you guys
Yeah.
aren't going to see them until I hit transition.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to double check with you.
Yeah, I changed the picture. You might need a refresh though, but yeah, it changed it.
Okay, so...
Getting shit.
Raven, you're going to be literally right next to me, because you're in order to be underneath your character. And then, how do I refresh for that? Or do I just redo the copy paste?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You might want to go back to the thing and see if it's changed there. It might just change itself. Usually it stays, like, updated for things.
Alright, I'm gonna reload. And, hope... Yeah, sis, you have to... I think you have to change your very base, avatar, otherwise I can't... Otherwise it's just going to be the, cat, biting the hand.
Oh yeah, if that's her base,
That is
Discord
my
image.
base.
Now another thing that Savant could do is Savant could log in to reactive images and actually change her like display image on there. But the easiest way is just to change your Discord. I'll put it in general.
Okay.
No one else is here.
So yeah, do a quick change to this, and then we'll continue on. Sorry,
Okay.
everyone, that we were doing this live.
Hello, fuck it, we're doing live.
We'll do it live. Fuck it.
Alright, we just got one more thing to do, and then we should continue, Raven, so don't mute.
Okay. But my headache is clearing up though, by the way.
Hey.
Oh, well, good for you. You're not dying. I'm still dying.
Have you tried blowing your nose?
It's got nothing to do with blowing my nose. It's just a little bit of sore throat.
Breathe over some steamy hot water with ginger and lemon.
And then dip your
Oh, yeah,
toes
I'll
in
make
ice
sure.
warm.
Now you just copy pasted your sister-in-law, sis.
Yes. Hey, if it works, it
I'll make
works.
sure-
The
I'll
Asians
make
figured
sure
it
to
out.
do
Why can't
that
we copy?
later.
Alright,
Oh, right, there's no backup. Shit. Hold on. Oh, wait, no, I sent it over here. Wait, no, that's buried. Hold on. Let me send it to my alt account. Aha, you tried to delete this account? You fool, I have several alternative accounts. Can't do that to me, bitch.
And I took that personally.
I will bonk you.
You will try. You will try.
I mean, I
But-
might have to, like, run and jump, but I can bonk you.
I would like to see you out bonk Bullet.
Easy, I have gun, you have nothing.
How else would I fire the bullet if I didn't have a gun?
See, but I have big gun.
Just put the finger in the hole. It'll prevent the gun from firing.
good grief, Raven.
You say that again when it's not out of context, please, Raven.
I mean, it's
It's a cartoon logic. You put the you put
finger
your
and hold,
into the
very
gun hole.
effective.
Just causes the gun to go poof.
Yes, very effective. Okay, I got it.
I don't think you got it.
No, I got
I
it.
do.
I
I'm
got it.
positive.
PNG.
Excuse me.
I don't have a model. Hold on. Back.
Womp womp.
How do I add a different model?
It would be
Oh.
in,
What?
like the main thing. The I think it's
Oh. I found
library. You add model. Yeah.
it. I see. Fuck.
Come on, Abby, you can do it.
I don't know. And I can't stream it on the computer because my headset isn't working.
Okay, can you please not do that while you're
Yeah.
on mic?
That's a bit straining on the ears.
But guys, you gotta remember, she's from E-Thought.
The
What?
fuck?
Harsh.
Can we kill him? Can we kill him? Oh my God.
No, that's my job.
Well,
What if I drag and drop?
oh good lord, Guy, you may need to help your sister.
Anyways, so
Custom.
sister,
Okay. Yeah.
okay, so
Mhm.
so for my end, so alright, so go to library. Select on. You should have Discord avatar. Now, there's also library where you can add a model, and go to Discord avatar. Make sure it's that one you want before going over the sources. Or actually, when you go to sources, that's where you make sure that it's actually the one that's been selected. I think. At least what's implied to me.
So I can't add it.
No, you can add it. You just need to.
You're not making any goddamn sense.
Share a screen with me then.
I can't. Okay, well, you know what? Hold on. I gotta make sure the camera's facing the right way. Don't mind the 50 tabs open. Well, 50 windows open. There's like more than 1,000 tabs, but we don't talk about that.
Yahoo!
Okay.
Alright. You gotta.
Got
Your-
to.
Your Discord avatar is still the same one. You gotta go, like, literally deep into your settings to change the PFP.
Okay, you didn't say that.
Well, this is the thing. Like she should just be able to set herself a different model inside reactive images, and then it'll set it up there.
But how do you add the model?
You click add model.
Okay. I clicked add model. Now
Right,
what?
hang on. Let me look at how this fucking thing works. Jesus.
We're 28 minutes into this, and we're already having to deal
I
with
found
idiot
the
being
button.
an idiot.
Did you find the
found
button?
the button.
Did you find it? There we go.
I found the button.
Dang it, Abby! Why are you living up to your name?
Hey, don't dox me.
Da-da.
Freaking Nick Nugget.
I'm doxing you on Discord.
Darn Nick Nugget.
I am doxing you on Discord. I am doxing you on Twitch. I am doxing you in freaking
Nico,
comments. I am doxing you in real life.
Shut up, you chicken nugget. There, I set it active. Okay, now what?
That should now just change on Anime Guy's side.
Yeah, I just did. About to play
Yep,
right
there
now.
you go.
Okay.
Alright.
No!
Alright.
Congratulations, you went from potato to to battery-powered potato.
Oh shut it, Twig.
Alright, now that we have finally put this together, we shall now begin with today's session.
No, officially kill each other.
I want to cry. No, team. We all are forced to hold hands and wear the getting along shirt.
I mean, I did copy a bit from a anime abridged to get
Oh, Lord have
Fells
mercy.
and Jack to get along, so...
No.
Holding hands in the toilet.
Everyone else is holding hands while wearing the "we have to get along" shirt. I'm holding everyone's hand with the shirt. Kill me, please.
Alright. Photos.
Oh,
Let's
dude.
see.
No. Fels has to wear the cone head of shame.
I
No,
feel
that's
like
my character. At
Madison
least-
would wear the cone.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
character.
Oh,
You,
okay, my bad.
finally have the chance to properly tease my character or whatever.
Yeah,
Missing
come on,
opportunity.
Abby. You
Force
finally have a
him
chance
to wear the
properly-
Gucci heels.
I would just be
okay.
taller then.
Snake leather
I'll just
boots.
be Madison would just be taller then.
You people cause me physical pain.
You're causing me more mental pain.
You have mental?
Me?
I didn't know he had a mental. I
Alright.
thought it had empty.
Alright. Calm down, boys and girls. Anyways, we shall begin where we left off last session, in which you all are now waking up to the bugle call of
I'm so tired of being here.
Is that literally Sora's state of being right now?
Pretty much. She's depressed as hell.
Madison has already set his alarm ahead of time, and he's already up and dressed, and his look is like, what's taking everyone so long? He just looks at everyone else.
It is then that the dorm section's maid, Miss Lady Sheffield, Yorkshire, chastises
What the
you.
fuck?
Chastises you, Madison. Now, Madison, do not be so gauche as to tease your teammates like that. I've only ever seen it not end well.
Oh, alright. I suppose you're right.
Fells is just not motivated to get up.
I don't think he's motivated to do anything.
I'm so tired of being here. You know, Sora, yeah, she's depressed as fuck, but you know what? She has a mission, so she gets up anyways. Stone-faced as usual.
Alrighty.
Not stone face as usual. Her little power's just gems.
Does she look around the room behind her at all as she gets up?
Well, yeah, she looked at her. So she takes a view of the room and also on all y'all to check on your.
As you turn around, you just lock eyes with just the fucking staring bloodshot eyes of Jack, who's essentially just been kind of curled up in the fetal position in his bunk. He does not look like he's slept a wink.
Hey, Sora, go over and just kind of pat his head you okay?
Morning.
Morning. Did you sleep at all?
Bits and pieces. He kind of pulls himself up. I'm actually gonna roll his fortitude. Since
Please
fortitude does not get rolled very often.
Yeah. Please do not fall on the girl. The girl cannot handle heavy weight.
Lamau.
Brushed her under your biceps.
I think it would be my pecs that'd be hitting her, but yeah. Characters, mine.
Like, well, that's a thing. I mean, you'd have like if you fell like near her chest area, you'd have some cushion. But like, I don't know about anything else. But you'd break her back for sure.
As in, my pecs would be on your face.
Ooh.
That's one way to go out.
Oh God, yeah, no, he's in a fucking state. He gets up and he's just kind of like.
All right, Jack. As you begin to try to get out of your top bunk, you're unfortunately too exhausted and fall right on top of Sora. Sora, I want you to roll a dodge.
I thought I was on the lower bunk.
No, I would try and catch him actually.
No, we established that Dens was on the top bunk and Fells was actually on the bunk below him.
Okay.
No wonder he's anxious.
Yes.
Madison's on the bunk below Sora, I believe.
Yeah.
I guess roll strength then.
I would try to actually like either catch Jack or like slow his fall at least. So he says strength.
I'm assuming given my my like descriptions, what would you like a 20 to catch me properly?
Okay, so what am I rolling against? Strength?
Okay.
Just roll strength, yes.
Alright.
Okay.
Given Sora's build, I would say she would have to roll a 22 to pass.
Oh, fair enough.
Good luck, girl.
Where in the bush you go? Damn, I was close. I just didn't break a bone.
Boom.
She tried, but she's also tired.
Yeah, the sound of Dens collapsing just makes Fells like turn over and look down at them. His eyes just kind of narrowly blink, and he's just like, "You guys are idiots."
It is then that Miss Sheffield...
You like just hear muffled like under Jack, like, no, she's just tired.
It is then that Miss Sheffield then gently helps Jack up, and then turns her head towards you, Fells. Mr. Ultimo, I would highly suggest you quit while you're ahead. Otherwise, I shall alert your mother of your verbal transgressions, and she will have much more enjoyment of making sure you learn to behave as a proper Atlas citizen.
Fells sighs, and he just, presses his face back against his own pillow, and it's just like, right, got it, sorry.
I kind of like push myself up to my feet and then kind of look at Sheffield and I just go, using her as the one stick above his head is really not going to work forever.
Oh, you'd be very much surprised. Surprised, Mr. Dang it. What was Jack's last name?
Irving.
It's on the name tag.
Just read the character information.
I'm looking at multiple things at once. Give me a break.
It's okay. Hey,
Average Dragon Ball fan being illiterate.
Hey, don't you dare say I'm illiterate. Goku is
No
literate.
longer will you possess your
I
ability
literally
to
read books
read.
earlier than you. Not saying something. Anyways, I think Sora from the floor would just be like, you have no idea what power she holds. And then just proceeds to get up and then also pat Fells on the head and be like, it's fine.
Anyways,
Jack just like shuffles off to the showers.
make sure to turn the water to hot in order to help you get awake more. She calls.
Actually, it would be too cold.
Hot showers are actually surprisingly smoothing, and actually helps me keep me awake for some reason.
True.
Well, that's just you.
Yes, I was gonna say
No, they
soothing's
work.
normally the issue.
Yeah.
It works for me.
You're just cold-blooded, brother.
Fair enough. I was sick a lot in boot camp.
Huh.
I was actually
Maybe
surprised I even
sleeping-
managed to pass boot camp with how my shitty body regulation was.
Hey, you know, you're not the only one. Warm showers usually help me get going too.
I don't speak for yourselves. I built like a polar bear.
Anywho, Miss Sheffield then helps Sora get properly dressed to be a proper Atlesian student of the wonderful academy. As she then also tries to help out the other boys.
Well,
Because
during
we
the
all know
whole
how
time of
unkempt they all are. And,
Well,
that
during
is
the whole
against
time of
military
Chef-
protocol.
During the whole time Sheffield's helping Sora's just like, make it stop, get her away from me, get her off me.
Now, Miss Sora, it is my duty as a maid to help her constituents. Please do not resist.
I will resist as much as I feel the need to.
And who I thought your father would approve of my actions.
What's that you just get a glare from her? Like, maybe, but I know Uncle wouldn't like this.
Now,
Hold
Miss
on, I'll
Sora.
be right back.
Now, Miss Sora, Dimitri might be a bit more of a loose cannon, but you're still under the guard and protection of the Atlas Academy. You are to follow the regulations as such.
No, he got it from my actual Uncle Tadao.
Be that as it may, you still have a duty as a part of the student body to uphold.
Don't need to remind me every day.
To be fair, Miss Cammy, children often need reminding.
Would that Zora just shrug and just walk off out of the room?
No tea or anything to eat?
Zora doesn't
Okay,
even
sorry,
respond.
I'm
She just grabs a small piece of toast from the table and then just leaves.
She then turns. Raven, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
She then turns to you and asks, tea and breakfast?
Ah, yes, I think I shall. I'm not sure. I think I would. Sorry.
She nods and then prepares a couple of egg salad sandwiches for you, as well as a cup of tea. Cream and sugar?
2 lumps, please.
She nods and then does her maid thing and begins to serve your tea and sandwiches. And as you begin to eat, I take it Jack has finally gotten out of the restroom and Fellas has finally done changed.
Oh no.
Nope.
Jack is having a long ass shower.
Staring
And
at the
Fells
floor.
Fells is still very much face down on his bed. He has not gotten up yet.
It is then that Miss Sheffield begins to walk over to Fells, and then she pulls out a concussion grenade. Mr. Ultima, I highly recommend getting out of your bed, otherwise I will pull the pin on this and you will be forced out of your bed. We can do this the easy way or the hard way. And yes, the staff does have authorization to use flashbangs and concussion grenades to wake up our constituents.
Looking like
Would
you
you
won the
like to have
hard
tinnitus?
way.
So would you like to have tinnitus early, or at the very least further down the road?
Fells would just sigh and he would just be like, there'd be no point, but I would rather not have a concussion grenade go off in my face. Very well. He pushes himself up, though he does not look motivated to do anything else.
Rolling out of bed and stumbled in the kitchen, pulled myself a cup of ambition.
Right.
Remember to be properly dressed before you leave the dorms, Mr. Ultima. She then puts away the concussion grenade, but you do not know where she manages to place it.
The infinity pocket.
Surprisingly, that's what I have the maids of every single what school have. They have a pocket dimension.
Just stashed away in their maid uniforms.
Oh yes, there's a reason why. There's a reason why all the schools decided to adopt a quote unquote maid corps.
Anime logic. Crazy.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree here. You're a little too close to your mic, Savant.
Yeah,
that better?
I had already turned her down a bit.
Yeah. This mic is
Yeah, I can
newer.
hear you sniffle and everything.
Jack
that better?
eventually emerges from the showers, and kind of dresses himself up in his standard kind of slightly like disheveled look.
If this Fells would just swap with him, he'd go to get his own shower.
As he walks past Sheffield, he like quietly like shakes his head to it like to decline any offer of breakfast, and he just says, "I think I'll stop by the mess."
Very well then. But before you go, she has you turn around and she again fixes your tie for your Atlasian school uniform. Remember,
Jack is like, you ever have someone give you that kind of stare where they're not intending to glare at you, but just the sheer exhaustion in their eyes makes it look like they're giving you like a full-on death glare?
Yep, I've had that given to me before.
He's just kind of staring down at her with that kind of expression, just.
remember serving much like how I said with Mr. Ultima, school standards and policies.
His eyes narrow slightly at that, but he doesn't make any comment.
I, in good conscience, cannot simply allow you to leave if I leave in a reckless state if I can allow it. One less thing to be yelled at by any instructors. And one less
I wonder
stress.
if this is a GIF on here.
A GIF?
I'm trying to find a specific GIF.
Is it one of those where it's like they're too
No.
tired to care?
No. Have you ever seen? Okay, has anyone here seen Spy Kids? This might be a reach.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
You know the
I've
bit when
seen
the
all three of them.
You know the bit when the tiny robot crawls out and does his bow tie for him?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much the energy that I'm getting from her. Just like turns her hand into a tiny little thing and just uses it to flatten it out.
Fair enough.
Yes.
Anyways, at the same time, Fells gets done with a very quick 5-minute shower, comes back out, and he just proceeds to straighten out his own uniform. Just make sure he's properly attired, so that he doesn't have to deal with Miss Sheffield before leaving.
All right.
So Jack like takes a detour to like get breakfast at the mess hall, going for any like basically going for like the full like bacon and eggs fry up shit.
All right. Give me a moment. All right. Transitioning now to the mess hall. Jack, as you are waiting in line behind other recruits and seniors and the in-between of the school years, and you catch the eggs and bacon, the full protein diet, so to speak. Where would you
Yep.
like to sit? Would you like to sit at a table alone, or
Is Sora here, or has Sora gone off somewhere else?
Sora, actually, you might catch a glance of her, like, having snuck in to grab a few pieces of bacon and leaving. I don't know if you'd catch the glance, though.
I'm gonna roll his perception.
She's very fast for a small bean.
Yeah. Maybe roll her stealth.
Okay.
I got a 19 on my perception.
Oh yeah, for the record, Fells is also in the cafeteria.
Where in the bullshit go?
Oh, yes, I do indeed spot you as you're kind of like making your departure. And I kind of like squint after you, but I decide to kind of leave you be. You clearly want to be on your own. So I track down the ODST squad from last time.
All right, Jack.
Meanwhile,
As you begin
Fells
to-
is just collecting his own food.
The pile.
All right, Jack. As you begin to look for the ODSTs, you actually see Romeo and Dutch just sitting together alone. And it appears that there's plenty of space at their table.
As I walk up, what is their immediate reaction to the kid that they met the other day arriving with like the new state of his face?
So, Dutch looks at this kid, looks at you, and for all he knows, you could be just a newbie who had a very bad house fire. Oh God, who are you?
Do I look that bad? Oh, actually, yeah, his voice would also be fucked, so you wouldn't even recognize him from his voice.
It's then that Romeo pipes up. Well, I could say this: the latest, like thin to the bone, they'll be swarming all over you.
I sit down at the table next to them and just like raise an eyebrow, and I'm like, I raise an eyebrow at Dutch and go, "Wait, can you seriously not tell it's me?"
It's then that Dutch has to squint his eyes and then actually take in smaller details about you, and then his eyes widen. Holy shit, what the hell happened to you, kid?
Hold on, can I confirm something real quick? It's just his lower jaw that's been melted, right?
You'd be surprised
where's
at how
the-
people look how people look when something dramatic happens to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but still, I feel like if they took a good look at the
I mean,
upper half of his face, they should still be able to
It's-
recognize him.
Oh no, he did. That's the point. He did. But like as a psychological thing, oftentimes your eyes are immediately drawn to something as shocking as that.
Fair enough, but I'm just saying, like, come on, guys.
Where's the? I don't know if you want to pull the picture. Oh no, I think it is both of his like all of his lips. It's everything underneath his nose.
Okay.
So sorry, no, it is his full kind of like mouth area is exposed. Jack kind of like narrows his eyes and just goes, "My teammate happened."
Dutch and Romeo then look at each other and then back at you. Oh, so that's the commotion we heard rumors about.
At the
Jesus.
same time, Bells is sitting down at a table close by to eat breakfast.
Are you sitting like behind me or like in my view?
In view, he's not exactly like nearby, but he's just close enough to where if Jack were to like cock his head to one side, he would notice that he's there, but not close enough. Oh, not close
where it
enough
looks
to
like
like
he's listening
overhear
in.
them.
Right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll throw a perception in there. I only got a 10. I'm gonna say that I've not noticed you sitting like in the same room, and I just kind of like narrow my eyes at Dutch and just go, "Yeah, I'm not surprised that got heard."
And then Romeo speaks up. To be fair, kid, we heard the gunfire from the other side of the campus. That noise travels fast in hallways like this.
I just
just
kind of
didn't know
nod,
what.
and then I stare down as I lift up some bacon, and then they watch as I like have to kind of experimentally work out how to eat this shit without lips. It's not pleasant.
Madison then sits next to Dins, and then he notices
Jack?
the struggle he's having.
You mean Jack?
Sorry, Jack. Sorry, I'm a bit still
Jack,
again. Still.
Jack.
The moment that you sit down next to Jack, he just slowly turns his head to stare at you, and just like growls out, "And who said you could sit here?"
Well, shit.
This is a cafeteria.
And this is a table that has been taken.
It's in
The
that,
entire table?
it's in that Dutch. It's in that Dutch seeing an argument about to brew up. He just puts a hand on on Jack.
Jack.
Easy there, kid. Don't need to start a fight in the mess hall. And as for you, kid, I take it you're his teammate, and if I hazard a guess, you're probably from Vale or something.
Well, yeah. Is it because of my accent?
That, and you called it a cafeteria rather than a mess hall. Better hope.
Oh.
Better pray to whatever god you worship that the instructors don't hear you say that.
Oh, yeah. I guess this hall is kind of messy.
This dude.
The two older cadets are not impressed.
The two of them would like see Jack's eye twitch slightly.
I feel like the level of that comment.
My hand slowly moves up and grabs Madison's like the scruff of his collar, and I pull him like close to me so that like my teeth are like right up against his ear, and I just growl to him. I'm gonna make this really clear.
Kinky.
Just because Fells fucked up worse than you did does not mean I now like you.
It's that
And I am going to roll Jack's intimidation against him.
all right.
Okay, so that means I have to roll.
Ravenwood, I want you to roll. Well, if you want to counter, you have to counter with willpower,
Oh!
and you have to beat his 35.
No, bet. I will roll the counter.
You are not rolling the
Oh
counter.
my god.
You are not rolling the counter, Raven.
I just.
Oh, what do I have to roll?
Willpower.
This would be willpower.
Straight willpower. And
Alright.
you have to beat his 35.
All right. 20.
Like,
Uh,
I think he'll beat it, but
I
that's
know
only
that-
because in social settings he seems to have better rolls than when he's in combat.
Just so we're clear, I know that his eyes
Willpower,
are
eh?
normal. I know that his
Yes.
eyes are normal, but this is all I can think of.
Oh, that look from Ghost Rider. That is a classic.
The penance
is.
stare. Okay, for real, like if Jack gets
I tried.
that's still a very good willpower roll for the record.
Oh, yeah.
Like, fair due to you. But Jack is fucking pissed and is really like naturally I do now have maximum intimidation stats. Like I can intimidate the strongest that someone my level can.
Fine. I can see why you're still upset. I walk away.
It's the
I kind of like Jack turns back to the other two and then looks down to notice that with the hand that wasn't gripping his like the scruff of his collar, my other hand has like made it like creases in the little like the metal tray that my food is on, and I quietly kind of breathe out like a sigh of just sorry I had to see that.
It's then that Romeo just looks at Madison as he leaves and his downtrodden self, and then just raises his eyebrow. The fuck the kid do?
My eye twitches, and I just go, you remember what I was telling you the other day about, well, basically treason?
Yeah?
Hmm.
You're not
Somebody-
serious.
For some reason, the higher-ups have apparently let him and the other guy off.
Either he has some skill that they see in them, and they're just simply put going to punish them to all hell, or High Command has made a terrible mistake.
I sigh and just kind of go, they both admittedly have unbelievably powerful semblances, and I can only assume that Atlas really need that for some reason. Must be nice being born strong, huh?
It's then that Dutch just huffs and laughs at that. You honestly be surprised how people who are quote-unquote born strong tend to get taken down a few pegs. Happens a lot in history, a lot more often than you think, kid.
Jack like nods in agreement to it, but he just kind of stares pensively down his food, then continues his like very uncomfortable eating, and then he just kind of like shrugs and just goes, well, upside of this is now I can technically argue that I can't drink soup, so now I don't have to put up with it.
Should you do another perception roll to finally notice Fells?
He'd not be looking for it, so I'll say no.
Fair
He
enough.
just wouldn't be aware of you.
Madison sits down by himself, I guess.
It's then that Dutch notices Madison doing so, and Dutch then looks over at Jack. Honestly, kid, given that you're the obvious team lead, I can understand your frustrations. Believe me, when me and the others were paired with Romeo, we wanted his ass out of our team. It's not that Romeo just looks indignantly at Dutch. You wooed me, Dutch. Quiet, Romeo. You kept trying to hit on the girl that Buck was trying to get a date with. How was I supposed to know that she only had the hots for him? She said it multiple times, you nitwit. Okay, to be fair, I was very infatuated with her. You were staring at her breasts. Uncomfortably long, might I add.
At that point, Jack cuts in with just a, yeah, that's what he said.
It's then that Romeo just sighs and just continues to eat his food. It's then that Dutch, as he could also eats and continues to chat with Romeo and you, Jack, that he notices something off as he turns his head watching something.
Wait, who does? Sorry.
Dutch.
Okay. Jack kind of like follows his gaze.
And as both of your gazes follow, there's this one cadet who just seems to be moving from table to table without really much care about who is sitting or if it was taken or not. And it's then Jack, that you finally noticed Fells, who was just oblivious to the world at the moment. And it seems that this cadet is getting closer and closer to him.
So are they just talking to people and then immediately leaving the table, or are they just like in what way are they going from table to table?
Sit down. Please.
Like as far as you can tell, this cadet is just moving from table to table with no regard to who they're sitting next to, so long as it appears that they are just sitting for the moment before moving to another table.
So they're just basically playing musical chairs. Are they even talking to the other people, or are they just doing that?
They're just doing that from your angle, and like that's basically it. This cadet is just doing musical chairs apparently from table to table, and some people are like annoyed at him, and some people just honestly couldn't care because the chair wasn't necessarily taken.
Jack just kind of turns to Dutch and just goes, "That's a new one."
I've never.
Can I roll for awareness?
Sure, but as you do that, Dutch then.
And perception.
It's in that.
Oh, perception?
Yeah. It's
It
in
would
that.
be awareness and perception. Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, awareness and perception.
Alright. Before I help out with that bit, Raven, Dutch then looks over at Jack real quick and he says, "Yeah, that is way too odd, and seems like a bounding tactic when we have to apply cover fire with machine guns."
Odd analogy.
Think of it, he's moving from one place to another while keeping an eye on who's watching him. So far, he hasn't noticed both of us staring at him, but I'm not sure how long that's gonna last.
What does this guy look like?
So, he just
Yeah,
looks
what does
like
he
a
look
regular human dude.
This is a regular human dude.
Alright,
I'm just a
alright,
buck.
Ravenwood. You also notice this guy, because he just feels out of place. But because of your 4 for the base dice, you aren't sure as to why it just feels so wrong to you. Because you're still pretty new to Atlasian and/or just regular military tactics. But you know that what this guy is doing is just off.
I then go over to Guy. Oh,
Oh, well, okay, if you're gonna just
Hello.
refer to him as Guy, I am now just going to be thinking of him as Elijah Wood from Spy Kids 3. Just so we're clear.
anyways, I then go to this guy. Hello. You seem to be, how do I say this? Picking random tables for no reason. May I ask why, and what is your name?
Look, kid, I'm just getting uncomfortable with whatever seat I sit in. I'm just trying to get comfortable to eat. Now get the hell out of my
Well-
way. The mess hall's gonna be closed in about 30 minutes. And he just looks at you with this look of like, you're an annoying little brat. Get out of my way, or I'm going to kill you. This is the look this man has.
Wow.
Or this cadet has.
Well,
Well, jeez, I know I'm not everyone's favorite, but I was going to invite you to my table. Fine, whatever. I head back to my table and just sit down and continue eating.
Like, it is with that he continues this little tactic. And, fellas, I want you to roll your perception check. Perception and awareness.
All right. Perception and awareness. Okay, let me see.
While watching this, by the way, Jack just turns to Dutch and just kind of remarks, "So, you seem like you are more..." He kind of mulls over the words for a second. "Interpersonally aware than I am. How long does it take someone to get shut down in social situations over and over again before they actually change their fucking personality?"
Depends. Mostly on how they were raised and what they were like before, during, and after specific events. Why do you ask?
Right. Dimension the dice.
Ooh, 27.
I kind of...
Alright.
I kind of just make an obvious kind of dart of my eyes to where Madison has just been like aggressively rebuffed by another member of the school.
To be fair, kid, Valens have a much harder time trying to adapt to our way of life. You also have to remember they were mainly loaded with propaganda about how bad Atlas is.
I raise an eyebrow and just look at him and goes, And what do you mean we?
Oh, I'm sorry, I might have misspoken. What do you mean by that, Dens?
Jack's from Vacuo, isn't he? Oh, sorry, Mistral. So, when he says we, like, Jack's making a point like,
We.
bruh, I'm not from Atlas, and I'm fitting in just fine.
We.
Well,
Communism. We.
Jack would probably have a bit of a tan. Oh, no. Have you ever seen that one clip from, I think it's Fresh Prince, where it's just like, we. We.
No, I prefer the E meme.
Bro, I
completely
don't
different.
speak French. I don't speak
Also,
French.
I don't speak
Hang on.
Nintendo. We.
simply put, kid, I'm saying Valens have a much harder time because, well, from the looks of it, you're from the outskirts of the main cities. City folk have a lot harder time. City folk from the main other cities have a harder time adapting to our way of life, unlike those who were raised outside of them. Especially Valens.
Jack that like kind of acquiesces to that with a tilt of his head, just kind of like, oh, fair enough.
country luck.
Alright, fellas. You then notice this kid finally sit in front of you.
Madison, let's see. Can Madison notice this? Oh, why not? Sorry.
I mean, did you leave?
No, I'm all literally just like the other table next to the dens.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's
to
like,
dens, to Jack. I'm just like the other table over.
yeah, he stepped away from like this guy, but I think it makes sense that he's still watching what he's doing.
Alright. I'd
Yeah.
say you still look at him. What do you intend to do?
Okay. I sigh and it's like, "Well, this is a bad idea."
Oh my god, what are you going to do?
No. Madison says, "Well, this might be a bad idea." Commentating to himself about what Guy is doing, sitting at Denz's table.
No, he's sitting at Fells's table.
Oh, sitting
Even
at
worse.
Fels's table. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, regardless. Okay, well, this I'll still say the same thing. It's like, well, that's not a
Potentially
good
even
idea.
worse.
Yes.
Yeah, when as me and like Dutch like turn our eyes back to it, my eyes widen as I watch him sit aside from Fells, and Romeo.
It's like
the two of them,
one atomic bomb meets another atomic bomb.
the two of the squad members watch as I like. You know when you kind of like half stand up, just kind of like as if you're like getting ready to move.
Alright. It's then that Romeo just takes your shoulder and pulls you back down a bit. Wait, kid. Don't try to cause a
Just-
scene, otherwise he'll
I'm
actually bail.
I'm just being ready to stop a scene.
No worries. Just don't try to. I know that, but if you get ready right now by standing up, he'll notice you and then try something drastic.
It's not him I'm worried about.
It's then that the man looks. It's then that this cadet just looks at Fells, and he narrows his eyes at you, Fells. So.
Fells he just looks up from his tray of food. He just narrows his eyes back in response like, "You looking for something over here?"
He then
Is this gonna be Fells's King Kong equivalent?
Lord have mercy.
I mean, I just came up with this situation, so I think I might as well pull up the ape stats. But
It's strong.
anyways, this guy, Fells, you notice he has like a beard that's obviously out of regulation, but that's mostly just because he's a very hairy dude, and so.
Oh my life.
And he has like a bit of, and his finest trait is literally that he has the ape tusks. That regulations cannot has nothing about, and he looks at you. Actually, I am, Fells Ultima.
And upon hearing that, Fells would just be like, well, guess the guild moves faster than I thought.
Oh, believe me, Fells. We had agents here long before you before you were even a mere speck in your little team's eye when you were formed at the beginning of the year. Just because
Duly
It'd be
noted.
so funny if like
just because we sign a dotted line doesn't mean we forget where we came from.
Duly noted.
So I have to ask, why didn't you go through with the job? He asks as he takes a bite of his bacon.
Fells would then shrug his shoulder, just kind of like, well, seems I got caught.
And yet here you are still alive. You know, Atlas takes punishments a hell of a lot more serious than the other kingdoms. What with their toxic empathy and all that bullshit.
What can I say? I guess someone's looking over my shoulder for me.
Is that right? So why didn't you
Look,
do
we
it?
can... Because I'm no longer interested in the job.
And you think by not doing the job yourself that no one's gonna try to take up the bounty on that girl's head?
Well, I imagine the person who was originally going to take the job will probably take it again.
You're luckily I'm just here to be a messenger boy. If you cross us, you, your team, and her close associates in those two other teams are going to be impaled through and through.
Fells just chuckles a bit slightly before he suddenly reaches across the table and pulls the guy by the throat, like grabs him and pulls him across the table. And now his dorsal plates, as well as his eyes, are glowing a menacing blue coloration, just
The moment,
glowing. And
the
like
moment
you
that
can
his,
you
Okay.
can feel the pressure from his aura building up.
the moment that his plates start glowing, Romeo and Dutch both just feel like a gust of wind past them, and Fells just feels a hand like grab his shoulder.
hold on.
Fells
No,
just
I'm doing this. You turn and you see just my detached forearm like hovering at your shoulder, and my head on like floating on the other side of your head. Like, don't.
Phil's he's still staring at this cadet. He doesn't even look at Dan's, but he just like, unless you want some more parts of your body to be burned, Dan, Jack, I recommend you let go.
It's then that this monkey faunus, or no, rather monkey, but ape faunus just looks at Jack with his floating head and
Just
arm,
Monkey.
and just smiles. It just smiles. You're gonna cause a scene. Don't want the drill instructors to start laying hands on everyone here.
I'm trying to stop a scene being caused.
The only one causing a scene here is your little friend here. And I can imagine your drill instructors aren't going to like it. Your move, Jack.
Listen here, you. Fel speaks up again. You're not going to do anything. As a matter of fact, you and the entire guild aren't going to make a single move against Sora, against the rest of my team, or anyone here at this academy. Not while I'm still here. I remember you guys used to mean something back when my dad was still working for y'all. I guess you all just lost your honor. So he just tosses him out of his hands. He just drops him roughly. He just tosses him across the table.
Is that what you're learning here, kid? Honor? What honor is there to learn here? It's then that a very terrifying presence begins to unfold upon the entire mess hall, and all the cadets feel a shiver down their spine. And I want all four of you to roll just straight up willpower checks.
Sora isn't there.
Well, those who are in this area, roll willpower checks.
Jack has the advantage that he passes all fear tests automatically.
Okay.
Willpower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Power.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, well.
Is that one of his abilities that you bought in the shop?
My advantage, yes.
All right, then.
1 second, let me just quickly grab it. It's literally just called Fearless.
Fair enough.
You are immune to fear effects of all sorts.
It is.
So it's great willpower, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, dimension the dice.
All right.
Oh, well, you're
so-
just 1 point underneath me.
Right, so Madison, you immediately recognize whose presence this is. Fells, you too, but you feel a little bit on edge because a red glowing visor begins to stomp, or not stomp, but his boots just clack and his armor just sings his presence to be known, and that's when the ape faunus turns around to see this red visor glaring down at him, and he is terrified. So, you thought you could just walk in here and just start trying to cause a scene with one of my cadets, huh? And he says, yeah, what about it? He then pulls out his revolver and shoots him in the head, blowing his brains onto the table.
Val's just hears a whoa, and then like with a kind of, and then just feels a gust of wind by his head as Jack's like limbs snap back to his body.
Fels just looks at his food and the brain matter that splattered on it because his food was on the table. And he just grits his teeth. He just makes the, well, there goes my breakfast.
Then with the gunslinger,
That's okay, I just have a Snickers.
it's then with the gunslinger twirl, he reholsters his smoking revolver, and then picks up the dead body. Fells, I want a full detailed report on the people you know.
Yeah, that's gonna be a long list.
I don't give a damn. He then just starts to pull the body as the blood just starts to slowly get smeared onto the onto the tile floor. And this has really shocked everyone. That's this bounty hunter. It has just basically killed one of their own.
Yeah, Jack just turns to Dutch and Romeo and just goes, and how often is that kind of occurrence?
Dutch and Romeo look at you and they both respond with, "This never happened." And like they are literally just as shocked as you are.
Jack just turns, stares at the table, and he just mutters, "This deal's getting worse all the time."
Deal.
Lando reference.
Yes.
That's what you hear Dutch say. Deal. Is there?
I look back up at him and go, "I'm here on an offer from Duran."
Wait,
He made me that.
Wait, you're here because that new bounty hunter teacher gave you a ticket here?
Pretty much. Regretting it more
At
and
this,
more as time
at
goes
this
on.
point, in the background, Fells is just like picking up his tray and dumping everything that was on it into the trash can before going over to hand the tray to the cafeteria staff, even though there's still blood on it. He just hands it over to have it cleaned off. Before he leaves the cafeteria, he starts heading out.
It's not that the person manning the tray, the revolving tray machine, just stares at the bloody tray, and he's like, "Is this a crime scene now?" Because he has no idea what to do.
I mean, that's a fair question.
It's then that's the MPs just begin to file in and just sigh as they just start directing everyone to get out of the mess hall and to just either get food from the dorm maids or to just head to their first period classes.
I throw my entire tray away.
There was a student shot on campus.
Okay, and?
So what's Sora been doing during all of this?
Sora has basically eaten her food in one bite and has just basically been wandering in places that are basically nowhere. No people, no nothing, no sound, where she could be isolated and just kind of be in her own head for a little bit. Which isn't the greatest thing for the situation.
Madison just goes to brush his teeth.
And Fells pretty much, he just goes to write his list.
He wrote an entire new book.
He had to
Okay,
go write a list of names.
Unironically, the entire guild being like MonsterVerse inspired characters would be kind of sick.
It's not. There's only
Actually, no,
one. There's only two other members of the guild that are technically Toho-verse inspired,
Yeah.
but only two. The rest I kind of inspired loosely off of characters from different anime shows with mercenaries involved, like Cowboy Bebop and Fairy Tail and the like. They are very well, they are very popular for having mercenary guilds, and I said that's an example.
I would totally have my character be Mothra or whatever.
Anyways,
I'm
my
just saying, with the existence of Faunus, you could have a lot of fun making like just a full group of Toho-verse Faunus.
Where do you think
Anyways.
I got the inspiration for Troy?
No.
alrighty.
Wait,
Sora,
who's Troy then?
he's one of the people that
Mr. Krabs.
that Sora ran into when she was running from the
No, what monster is Troy?
Mr.
Bruh,
Krabs.
if you haven't figured it out by now, just
In
off
fairness,
the
I wasn't really
name.
paying attention during that bit, and I'm not that familiar with Toho.
Well, also, I don't know if Guy approved the seed or not.
Ugh.
We'll get there when we
Anyways.
get there.
I'll get there. When we get there. Jack,
so
this
true.
whole time.
Anyways, with you, sir, as you are just perusing the school, you see one of the maids just trip over herself by accident. Oh my!
Can I try and like catch her?
Sure. Roll a let's see. I'd say agility check.
She goes and tries to catch her, but her rock arms just cut her in half.
That'd be a
No, I don't have
crit
the
Oh,
rock.
yeah.
I don't have the rock arms yet. I have metal arms. She just takes my metal arms with her.
I'll,
She
I'll
says,
just
regardless,
say
it'd be fine.
I'll just
She
say
said-
this much to all of you, especially you, Raven. Since y'all haven't seemed to figure it out yet, I'll put a post in the text for the story so far. When the team meets the character, I'll put a post down there so you will all immediately recognize who the character is inspired off of.
Okay.
okay, so what am I rolling in?
You are rolling a agility check.
Okay. Random bullshit go.
Alright, give me 1 second to look.
How
Alright,
strong is the floor?
Give me 1 moment to put the picture up. I just gotta find it. Again.
I don't know, I'd say that's a pretty high roll.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Okay. OP1. Hold on. I'm gonna rename the file, then try to find it that way.
I'll be right back.
Morning.
Edit. Cancel. Let's see. Name.
I mean, all my characters. Attack of the Cat Girls.
Alright, I think I solved it.
Alright then.
Okay. I am so sorry.
Eh.
No, not that one.
Well, I'll be right back.
No worries. Nope. Not that one. Nope. I am so sorry, guys. I thought, changing the name would fix that.
I'm back. Sorry.
Sorry, I'm still trying to find that picture because I could have sworn that,
Is it a problem with the file type?
no, because I have another picture of the same file type. I'm just trying to find the name of it that I renamed.
Hmm.
You can search in your files.
Let's see. Files. Rename. Or actually, minimize that. I'm going to close that and try to reopen it.
Alright, I'm back.
I'm terribly sorry, audience. This was the problem I was having like
If there's
last
any-
time. this is so
I'm back.
weird.
What's the problem now?
Trying to find this picture, but... OBS, why do you do this to me?
Yes.
One of the many downsides of using OBS.
No? Yeah, that seems to work for the file type.
One of the many lessons you should take to heart, chat. Never use OBS when you're trying to do a stream.
It's
Well,
literally...
No, I don't
fine.
think it's OBS
Sometimes
that's
you
the
just-
problem.
Yeah, he's just somehow losing track of a file.
Don't try this
Might-
at home, guys.
Why? Why do you elude me? Alright, screw that. I'm gonna go to properties to find it.
While you do that, I'm gonna go be on my beanbag.
Ah! Here it is.
Finally!
Hooray!
Ugh.
Da, da,
Well, figured out that
da,
solution
da,
now.
da.
Alright, so... sis, are you still there?
Just, we can kill you now.
She went to hell.
Oh no!
Savant. Alright, let me text. Alright.
Just said she went to lie down on her beanbag.
Your work.
Okay.
She bent herself to the shadow realm.
Okay, but is she, like... Sleeping on her beanbag is the thing.
I don't know.
Hmm.
She didn't
I
say
hope
anything
not.
about sleeping. She's just.
Apparently, Discord auto kicked me from the call.
Literally right when you decide to leave, he found it.
There you are.
Yeah,
Eddie.
no, I might have bonked my head on the dresser, but it's okay.
Ouch,
Okay.
are you alright?
Yeah, Eddie.
That's not the first time I've hit my head. I fell down the stairs when I was a kid. Remember? Oh wait, no, you weren't there. For that.
Anyways.
You were at school. Anyways,
So, dear sister, if you see any of the, if you are looking at any of the streams, the picture, I have a picture up. However, I shall also describe her for you. She's obviously wearing a maid uniform. Her facial complexion is that of a very shy woman. Her glasses are at the edge of the bridge of her nose. However, she always has to constantly fix them. Her hair is white with long flowing locks, and it seems like she had just simply tripped on a place that she had just mopped right on top of you. Oh my! I'm so sorry.
you're fine. Just be careful.
Oh, right. Be careful. I had just mopped.
Noted.
Do you say anything to her, or ask her any questions, or what have you?
Hmm. No, again, Sora's more of just in her head right now.
Alright. It is then that she sort of speaks up. Is there any place you're in particularly looking for, miss?
Somewhere quiet, where I could be alone.
Oh, are you by any chance going to be attending one of the classes called, Bounty Hunter Law and Order?
Okay, out of character, am I?
Yes, that's your current first period at the moment for this day.
No, Sora look kind of a little thoughtful, but then just nod, you know?
Oh, it's down the hall to the left. I had just finished cleaning up that room, actually. Hopefully no one gets sick. There was a lot of dust in there.
Sora just nods and kind of, like, gestures like a hand up as a thanks and a bye at once, and then just starts walking.
Alright. I shall change the source again. Give me one moment. I need to find the, Office,
And shall I slip into the void realm?
the dorm room. Ah, here we go. Classroom. Alright, so as you enter this classroom, it sort of looks like it. It looks like it has like those old high school, high school desks that you could literally crack your back against. Because this room is like literally that old, and much to the girl, much to the credit to that woman that you had bumped into. She put a lot of work into getting this classroom clean. Like, you could literally eat off of this floor if you wanted to, but obviously don't, because that's bad hygiene. Also, you're not Indian.
How are you doing? Thank you, brother. Thank you, come again.
I'm here for customer service. How may I help you?
Yeah,
I was
Lord,
told that you show me a kebab.
not my trauma.
Oh, did
You
you
have no
have...
idea how many more spam calls we get.
Yes, I would like to talk to you about your taxes.
But the
And about
college
your
says it's
tax return.
Do not
warranty.
be racist, please, guys.
No, don't take a selfie near that grim.
What are you doing with my ancestor? Ah! Well,
Alright.
he's dead.
Alright, so Sarah, as you take a seat, it is very much quiet, and you see like this sort of chalkboard instead of like the projector that's in the picture. You know, I guess I'll put it in fan art, I guess. Let's see, file. So this is what the classroom sort of looks like. Because it's just been an unused one with old outdated equipment.
Hmm.
And as you take a seat, it is, again, very much quiet, and it looks like there's a door that leads to, like, some sort of faculty room behind it. And you assume that's probably, like, Duran's prep room as you wait for your team to get to you, while they are currently just giving statements to the MPs at the mess hall.
Investigate.
Alright, give me 1 second, I gotta blow my nose, I'll be right back. Roll an investigation check, real quick.
Bro, about a honk.
No, that's what
So
Mother has
roll-
come to judge.
Roll investigation, Sora.
What do you think I had to do? Just scroll. Just scroll.
Oh,
I can't read.
Sis, Dad asks about the remaining food in the pot. If you're gonna put that away.
Oh, I thought you ate all of it.
You know I'm trying to limit my trying to do portion control on myself.
You say that.
Don't start with me.
Come on,
14.
Alright, so, Alright, so, since while you do that real quick, I'll just, explain what you are currently seeing and then just type in, text or story to, if you need to react to anything. So, what is your current roll? Okay, so 14. So you try to open up the door, but it is obviously locked. So while it is obviously locked, but you see that a light turned on in there. So I take it that you're going to get back to your seat then.
Could I try to like listen in, or is the lock like a key or like a passcode?
It has a double passcode and key.
Okay, well, can I just try and put my ear to the door, see if I hear anything?
All right. Roll for me. Awareness and investigation.
Where'd the bullshit go? 1738.
Alright, so as you're listening in, you just hear like muffled voices of basically children and obviously your recruiter Durin just saying kids behave yourself. Kids behave yourselves. And they're like, okay, daddy.
Well, Sora just like in her head, she's like figures, and she would just go back over to like her seat and just like kind of rest her head.
Alright. As you rest your head and you obviously put away that food real quick, we shall now transition back to the mess hall. Give me 1 second to change it back. Alright, so Jack, Madison, and Fells, you are currently being interviewed by the MPs.
That's just the IKEA chow hall.
No, that's not the IKEA. That's not an IKEA chow hall. That's an actual chow hall from a military base.
Well, I know, but it also looks like the one for IKEA. Remember, I've been on base with you before.
Oh,
Honestly, looks smaller than I'd expect it to be.
actually, I think this is probably the training one that I was in when I went through MOS school.
Don't talk yourself.
That was in Virginia, sis.
Also, do you have
You're
any
not
idea
yourself?
how many fucking people go to different military schools? I think you'll be all right.
Anyways,
It's fine.
Do you guys want to roll off to see like who goes first? Just basic
Roll call.
D20.
Sure. All right, Jack, you got a 7. Fellows, roll next.
Oh, all right. Just regular.
Just a D20. Just a D20 for just pure randomness.
Got it. Oops. Don't want to put that. All right. Roll the dice.
Okay, makes sense.
The dice gods have not forsaken me yet.
I don't know, man.
Raven, you're up.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry, give me a second.
Just
Sorry,
roll
it's
a
Mario.
regular 1d20.
Yeah, I know.
Wrong chat.
Wrong chat.
I'm sorry, I'm just not with it today.
We'll get with the program, brother.
Hey, brother.
You're one below me.
What is wrong with my computer? No, computer.
Brother, I am pinned here.
No, brother. I did not seek light. No one can reach it.
Oh, God.
Okay, sorry. Rolling that.
All right, so
That's even worse than your previous one.
It's 2. 2 for 2.
all right.
So I think it's safe to assume that Fells, then Jack, then Madison.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me 1 sec. I had to switch something in my alarms. Alright, so Fells, this MP is looking at you incredulously because he is one of the ones that you tried to literally turn into a very crispy piece of bread. And he's asking, "All right, kid, what were you doing in between eating and that cadet just moving about?"
Literally, I was just trying to eat my breakfast. Fells says with a very not with it kind of response.
Give him a Snickers.
You always act like this when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers.
Yes.
Alright, so with that, he then asks, and what was his exact words to you during your conversation?
Basically, he asked me why I didn't go through with the job. I gave him my answer. And he told me that he was just a messenger here with a warning.
Any idea why?
Probably because of this. Fells would then hold up his scroll and show him the message that was sent him by the guild, showing his letter of termination.
He then takes out his own scroll and takes a picture of it. Make sure to send a copy of that to your recruiter.
Sure. He goes to do that. He sends a copy to Durin.
Anyways, what happened after that?
I was going to roast his ass, but then I got stopped by a certain somebody who always likes to meddle.
He sighs as he understands that it was quite literally just Jack. You should be lucky he's been saving your ass a lot more than you honestly really should be, kid. As he then writes down your answer, he then asks, alright, after that, what exactly happened?
Well, basically, our headmaster blew his head off.
He then looks at you. Ironwood did that?
No, not Ironwood. Sorry. Whatever his position is. Instructor Durin? Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, he shot his head off.
He nods and starts to write down that bit. And then, after that, he just did Instructor Durin just walk off with the body?
No, he told me to write down the list of names of contacts I know, and then he dragged the body off.
I see. Make sure to remind him to send a copy of that list to the MP Corps.
You want it now or later? Fells asked.
Realistically, as soon as possible.
Got it. He taps the list on a scroll and he sends it to the MP Corps.
His scroll then dings as he looks at it and sees the list. He nods with the pull and continues to write down. And then after that, then what happened after that? Was it just what happened next after that?
After that, you all pulled in, and I was disturbed from trying to leave in peace. Honestly, I'm trying to leave before she gets here.
He then writes that down. Who?
And then
Your
immediately, like, you could just hear, Bells, baby, where are you? As Rosa is running into the cafeteria, and
Man,
Fells rolls his eyes. He's just like, before that happens.
He then quickly writes that down before he gets in front of Rosa. Ma'am, this is an active crime scene. We're still trying to process evidence.
Rosa immediately cuts him off by just like grabbing him, just like picks him up and then just yeets him out of the way and then runs over to Fells and just like, Fells, baby, are you okay? I heard everything from Durin. Fells is just like, I'm fine, Mom.
He's just like just ragdolls gets yeeted.
The MP just groans and just asks, Can someone get the number on that individual, please?
Rosa just turned to him and goes, 18. turns back to her son.
Thank you. He then just knocks out as another MP just sighs as he then begins to interview you, Jack.
By the way, anime guy, I've made a meme. I am rather proud of it. It's in the memes.
I'll
I saw.
That's what you saw, but I want anime guy to see it.
so like.
As you
Okay,
can see, I'm doing some pretty rad shit.
so is that like an Indian dude just looking at it and then just looking back at the camera? It's like, you see this? This is what happens when you give
Oh,
bad
have you-
customer service.
Have you not seen the original post of that?
No.
That is a guy who took a selfie right in front of a train and it hit him.
Yeah, I've seen
That's the original image.
Oh, that is cruel,
Get a
man.
look of this guy.
It's a serious problem in India, apparently, of people taking selfies right in front of trains and often getting hit by them. There's a whole Dankler video on it that's very interesting.
Okay, but did he live?
No.
I imagine if you were
That
to
is-
get hit by a train, you wouldn't live that often.
That's that one vehicle coon that don't miss.
Truck-kun can miss. Train Sean can't.
Truck-kun comes out of nowhere. Train-kun is seen from miles away.
But as fast as fuck, boy.
Not
Anyway,
the first.
I wanted that meme to be enjoyed because I'm proud of it.
So like, why is the Indian there? Like, what? Like, why? Other than for the obvious. So like, is he just like supposed to be like a regular civilian getting attacked by a Grim?
He's just a civilian, just being like, "Hey, look, selfie with the grim." Ah!
You don't need to ask why he's there. You just need to accept that he's there.
Well, to be fair, some images I can get immediately. Some images I need more context on.
I'm just surprised you didn't know that, like the context around that image. Anyway,
Anyways,
Well, no either. So
as Rosa is literally just snuggling Fells because of what happened. The MP that is then just starts interviewing Jack. Jack, so what exactly happened?
some guy was being weird, going table from table to table. When he got to Fells, I didn't hear what they were saying, but it looked heated, and then Fells looked like he was about to use his semblance. I tried to intervene, but it sounds like the other guy was antagonizing him. And that's when Duran came in and just executed him. It was a bit unsettling.
Well, to be fair, if you're not used to dead bodies, that tends to be the case.
It's less the dead bodies and more just the suddenness of it.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
You can just hear in the background Rosa screaming, "Where is this person who hurt my baby?" Felder just like, "Mom, please, I'm fine."
Jack, the MP just sees Jack just groan and just go, "Jesus, Monty, fucking home."
It's then that the MP just sighs. I mean, to be fair, moms can't live with them and can't live without them. As he continues to write down what you had said. So,
Jack just looks at him blankly.
he then
Oof.
looks up at Jack. Jack and asks, so after Duran, instructed Duran, executed him, what happened to the body?
Looked like Duran dragged it off.
Well, that does explain the drag marks. Did he, how did he get killed?
I just kind of blink at him. Bullet to the head.
He then writes that down. The reason why I ask is because we need as much details as possible when trying to recreate crime scenes and all that.
Mm.
In the background, Rosa is just following the drag marks.
Jack kind of glances left and right to like see if there's anyone like listening in on like this impromptu interview, debriefing,
The only
whichever
ones...
applies better.
So, when you look around, Jack, you see the other MPs just interviewing the staff that were obviously present to witnesses, such as that poor dishwasher who didn't touch the very bloody tray because he was just terrified at what he had just saw. And it's then that the MP then asks, and then what happened after Instructor Duran took the body?
He dragged it away, and then you guys all showed up. Look, genuine question here. I say as I kind of like turn back to look at him, confident that we're not being like listened to. How legitimate is Instructor Duran's position here? He strikes me as not exactly being... He kind of like looks like he's unsure how to put this. Teacher material.
He then sighs. Let's just say the higher-ups have need of him because, well, Vale didn't want him as a law and order instructor, Mistral didn't want him as a law and order instructor, and Vacuo didn't want him as a law and order instructor. Mostly because...
Jack narrows his eyes at the MP and then interrupts him. So what you're saying is not that Atlas needs him, but that he needs Atlas. That's not the same thing.
He then looks up at you. Actually, kid, General Ironwood authorized him. In fact, from what I heard, actually from the rumor mill, and take this with a grain of salt because it's from the Lance Corporal Underground, is that he didn't even want to be here. He's only doing it for the pay and because of the tight security we have here for his kids. Anyways. Did anything happen after that? Or, what was the actions of your, teammate Fells after that?
I didn't say much.
Okay. And then you were basically pretty much trying to end the fight that could have started. This is what I'm getting at.
As is my responsibility as his team leader, I tried.
Alright. Alright, thank you very much, Cadet. You don't got any blood or fluids on you, do you?
I don't know, do I?
He then pulls out a scanner and just starts scanning you, and there's nothing there. Alright, if you really need to feel like it, go ahead and go back to your dorms, take a shower, and head to your first period. Take this so that way your instructor for your first period class knows that you got a legitimate reason for being late. He then passes you a slip of paper
Jack just like raised his hand like, no need, it's fine. None of the blood got on me, then I'm fine. And he just kind of he just gets to his feet.
Alright, well, you're free to go then, kid. He then puts it away as another MP is currently interviewing Madison. Same questions. What are your responses, Madison?
Oh, you ask me individually.
Alright, so what? Alright, Cadet, where were you before the incident started?
Okay, so, I went to speak with Jack, but he didn't want to speak with me, so I sat by myself in the cafeteria.
And what was the table you were sitting at?
I mean, mess hall. Sorry, mess hall.
He then the MP raises an eyebrow at that and just lets it go. So where were you in the mess hall? Like, where is your seat exactly?
The empty table across from Jack and his friends.
The MP then looks at it and writes down the location. All right, and then walk me through the series of events. What happens after? What happens? Did you notice him?
Well,
Did you notice him? Did he notice you? What's the deal there?
well, I sat down, ate for a bit, noticed that there was this guy who was just kind of just switching to different tables for no reason. I can only assume that maybe he was shy or something, trying to make friends or whatever. But when I went to approach him, he basically told me to buzz off, and I sat back down by myself.
All right. After he told you to fuck off, what happened next? After
No,
you sat
he
down?
didn't say fuck off. Or at least I don't think he did. I don't remember. I just kind of don't care anymore at this point.
Uh,
But yeah.
don't think too much of a kid, anyways. What happened next?
I sat there and just continued eating my meal.
All right, and then while you're eating your meal, that's when the confrontation happened.
Okay, so what I saw was that Jack quickly moved over and grabbed Fells's arm. I took it together that maybe that from what I've seen at my angle, I'm guessing what happened was that no, sorry. I'm guessing that the Faunus guy said something that Fells didn't like, and so tried to kill him. Jack looked like he was trying to de-escalate the situation, and I'm guessing Doran agreed with Fells and killed him.
It's not Fell, it's Fells.
Yeah, I said Fells. Anyway,
said
I guess Duran agreed with Fells and shot him. So that's all I know.
All right, and then that was it. They were just talking. You couldn't hear anything about what they were talking about. They were talking too low for you to hear, and that's when the instructor Duran just came in and shot him.
It's not that they weren't talking too low for me to not hear them. It's just I just didn't want to pay attention to what they were talking about.
I see. But did you hear anything at all that could be of relevance?
Well, it seemed like the Faunus guy was angry at Fells for doing something, rather not doing something, and it seems that Fells was very protective, for lack of a better term, of his decision making. And so I did notice that his body was glowing a bit, as if he was going to do something to this Faunus.
So is that so essentially his semblance was starting to activate then?
Yes, his semblance.
All right. And
then George showed up out of nowhere. Seemingly out of nowhere, I should say, actually.
so
Shot him.
So he just walked up to him, and then just put a bullet in his head. Then.
Yeah, it really seemed like that. I don't know how he knew that everything was going down. I just knew that he came in, and shot him. So yeah.
Shit.
I see. Alright, do you... And then, after Instructor Duran shot him in the head and took the body away, what happened after that?
Everything seemed normal, to be honest. I mean, not taking the body away, but Fells decided that he didn't want to finish eating, and probably, obviously, so, because, well, Duran did consider that the brain splatter would get into Fells' tray. I'm surprised that Jack wasn't covered in blood at all, though.
That's when
He would.
the MP looked at you like he was literally sitting where you were, essentially, kid. Blood spatter was basically covered by was basically either into the table and your fellow classmate's tray, and his body took most of the blood.
Well, regardless, he's dead, I'm alive, and now we're here.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Alright. That'll be all then.
Oh, I did notice that Fells just threw his tray away. I think there might be some evidence of brain matter on his tray still, or maybe that the cafeteria, the mess hall, people cleaned his tray already. You may want to check to see if it's clean or not. I don't know, though.
Another MP that was interviewing the guy who just saw the bloody tray just replied, "You didn't clean it yet, thank God." And as the MP that's talking to you writes that down, he then sighs. "Alright, you're free to go to cadets." He then pulls out a scanner and he just scans you just to make sure that you didn't get any body fluids on you. And it says it's clear. Alright, appears that you're good for now, but if you still feel like you need to take a shower, hit your dorm, take a shower, then head to your first period class. Here's a note if you want to do that. Here's a note saying the reason why you're late. He then passes you a note.
All right. He takes both notes regardless, just in case.
And with that, he lets you go.
And he leaves.
The MPs then just stare at Fells, and then one of them just hands him a slip for a late slip. Go ahead and get a shower, cadet. Be sure to report to your first period class.
Sure. Even though Fells isn't covered in blood, he doesn't even have any on his shirt. He just takes the slip and he just walks off.
Walks.
And with that, okay, so who's taking a shower and then who's not?
I think it's just
But
Fells.
Madison will take. Madison will
Fells
take
isn't
advantage
taking a shower. He has no need to.
Madison's gonna take advantage of this. Take a shower.
So I think everyone else is just heading towards first period then?
Correct.
Madison's
Alright.
got to
Well,
put all
Rosa's
17 shampoos in his hair.
Rosa's
No,
immediately
he's just taking advantage
ran
of
off to
the shower.
Duran.
Alright,
If you're going to give him something for free, he's going to use it.
if you ever join the military, I'm going to contact your chain of command. That way you don't get free stuff.
Don't be mean.
Sis,
Don't worry, Raven will never join the military. He ain't built that way. He doesn't have that dog in him.
Look at that dog.
Ooh,
If you scan his body with an X-ray, he has that gato in him. He's got a bunch of pussy cats in him.
anyway,
Oh,
no, stop it.
Alright. Anyways, Jack, Sora, Jack and Fells, you two seem to notice each other as you start heading to Durin's class. Do you make any eye contacts at all?
He looks at me.
Nope.
I
Fells
look at him.
just keeps walking.
Jack,
He just keeps walking past Jack.
Oh,
Jack just kind of stares at the back of Fells, just at this point, just thoroughly fucking confused by this guy.
Alright. Alright. As the two of you walk, Fells, you bump into the very same lady that Sora did. Oh my!
Watch where you're going, please.
I'm sorry! She replied as she just starts to fidget her mop as she starts to just clean faster just to avoid you.
Don't be sorry, be better. Fells then just proceeds on his way.
I know.
As I kind of like come up like after him and just kind of like pat her on the shoulder and go, "Don't take anything he says seriously. He's an ass."
I see.
I glance around and just before she can continue, I just go, "You're doing great. This hallway is very clean," and then I just continue walking along.
She blushes. 'Cause she's never
Ironically
received
enough,
such a
though-
comment. Thank you,
Iron-
Mr. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Irving.
Oh,
Oh god, actually, fuck. Roll her willpower when she looks at me. I'm always emanating like 20 intimidation. Like it can't be turned off.
intimidation, no breathing.
Like that's just when I'm not trying.
Ironically enough, Fells was actually saying a compliment when he said, "Don't be sorry, be better." You know,
That's not a
That's
compliment,
actually-
it's constructive
That's not really a
criticism, but
compliment.
still.
well, I mean, it is still constructive.
all right, fair.
Anyways,
Yeah, she's obviously terrified of you now, Jack. Oh, thank you. She then just immediately just starts going faster to get further away from you, because she's that intimidated by you.
I just kind of let out like a quiet sigh as she like darts off and just continue heading to class.
She has a weak willpower.
No, it's fair. He's just sad that this is his life now. He is now permanently scaring small children and women.
All right.
I'm not gonna say it.
more.
All right, Fells, you enter the classroom first. And, give me one sec. Properties. Classroom. Ah, here you go. Alright. Fellas, you enter the classroom and you see Sora just basically taking a power nap at her seat. Do you
She's not napping, she's spiraling out.
spiraling out?
Yes.
He's having a panic attack of some degree.
Okay.
Oh, she's good at hiding it, though.
Alright, well, Fells notices her, but he doesn't otherwise say anything to her. He's just a little... He doesn't know how to approach her after the events of what happened before. So he just tries his best to remain silent for the time being.
Alright. With that, Jack, you also enter this classroom. And you see Sora in her state. Would you like to roll
Like
a... I'm sorry,
So
what's
yeah,
that?
Fells goes to take a seat.
I guess I'll describe it depending on his role.
Alright, Jack, would you like to try to figure out what's happening with Sora?
Rolling insight.
All right. Sora,
do you want me to?
Sora, I want
Oh,
you to counter with deception.
Deception.
Oh, sorry. All right. That's
No, that would be presence and deception. Yeah.
all right.
Wait, I roll presence and deception?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you have to beat Jack's 18, and or have his or get over his main die roll.
What?
One moment.
Is Durin in the office at the moment, by the way?
Yeah, he's currently getting his teaching material ready.
Oh,
And where she
okay.
goes.
So I know where to send her.
Bang.
Oh,
I got a
you-
higher.
Tie.
We tied, but I got a
Negate
higher
each
base
other.
roll.
That's basically a negation.
All right, so Jack, you do notice that she's sort of in a rut, but you can't identify what her rut is.
Hold on, freezing.
Say what?
What?
Eh.
Anyways, continue animated guy. They're
All right.
yeah.
So, Jack, you notice her sort of in a rut, but you can't identify what type of rut she is currently having. Would you like to try to approach and calm her nerves?
Jack just takes a seat like to her right. I don't try to like talk to her or like get anything out of it. I just sit there.
So like Jack is on her right and Fells is on her left.
They're just sitting there menacingly.
All right. And it is with that Madison, you finally come in, as the students start to slowly pile in, and they also notice how, while other classes have like better teaching tech and whatnot, Dur's is obviously very low tech. And
I
as they're talking,
freshly-
the four of you can overhear them either talking about A, they don't know who the hell this teacher is, or B, they know exactly who he is, just pure reputation as a bounty hunter alone. Others don't seem either too interested, while ladies seem to want to know what's under the helmet, to see if he's either handsome or is trying to hide a scar. You know,
How much gossip is going around the room about the incident in the mess hall?
it's basically 50-50. Like, they're 50-50 talking about Durd and also talking about what the hell he just did in the mess hall. Because, also, there's some women who think... There's also some female cadets who think what he did was hot.
Yeah.
He's got
Crazy.
that bad boy attitude, doesn't he?
Shut.
I would hope that military school women would be better, but they're still women.
Yeah, you
Women
literally got
aren't
to beat
funny.
it out of... Like, for that, you literally have to beat it out of them. Or starve it out of
Where's
them.
the tank top and jeans?
Anywho, as
Well.
the gossip eventually starts to die down once he exits the classroom, and you see a nice old lady behind him, and behind her, obviously, is his 3 daughters.
The
Now-
moment that I see he's got his kids with him, I just groan and like, my head kind of like sinks into my hands.
If I may ask why.
Because the women in this classroom are already fawning after him, and now they're gonna see that he's a single dad. That's going to make it so much worse.
Oh dear lord, he's right.
Women are crazy, bro.
He's on.
Okay.
He's
I
on
should clarify.
point.
To them, they think he's a single dad.
They're gonna say, "Oh, he's." They're
He is a
totally
single
gonna
dad.
Oh no, they're totally
I
gonna
think
use,
because-
Thing.
they're totally gonna use the daddy link.
No, No,
grunt.
because
Okay, I should clarify.
well,
I should
there was the
clarify.
crazy blonde lady.
Jack doesn't pay attention to that kind of shit, and I've been deliberately not paying attention at the same time so that I'm not clued into stuff that he doesn't know. So,
Fair.
Method
Alright.
acting.
Enough
Now-
fair.
I am the
No.
I am the Jared Leto of this group.
You.
Jared Leto?
I don't. Who?
Don't check your post boxes.
Good lord, why would you make that reference?
Oh! Oh!
What?
I'm not gonna ascertain any further on that.
Let's
Anyway,
not to.
Alright, give me one moment as I start pulling up pictures.
pictures of Spider-Man.
Just imagine, like, hilariously, like, cartoonishly, Durin can kind of hear, like, footsteps running down the hallway towards his classroom.
Not the angry lady.
Yep, the angry lady.
Oh god.
Oh god.
Alright, give me one sec. You gotta save a pic real quick and then just have it up. Alright, so within this classroom, we have.
Technology.
Let's see. Hold on, I might have to go through properties again. Properties has apparently been my savior today.
So,
Yay.
Let's see.
Ah.
Okay, Alright, so, for everyone in the audience, this is, Silna Vanilla, and, oh, why am I blanking out on their names now? I've
Bro
had these
forgetting his
characters for
Uno
years.
C's. Never a good sign.
Alright, so this is Silna Vanilla and Stolt Coco, but obviously think of them as, but obviously they're supposed to be younger in this time. This is Akai Ichigo, and the woman that they are behind. Let's see. Maria, I know it's here somewhere.
I feel pretty and witty and gay.
you what?
You never seen West Side Story? I was forced to watch
I
that in 8th
have.
grade.
I have.
But what if he's? But I mean, Atlas is based on Germany. What if they are just European?
Gay and European.
Gay or European?
Why not both?
Okay, give me
Both?
one sec. I
Both.
might have to
Both
reload
is
something real
good.
quick.
I've never seen that one though.
I disagree. Both is catastrophic. You ever
Alright.
dealt with a gay European?
I
not.
did once.
No, but I've dealt with a gay Latino.
Oh god.
He was fired.
I'm not gonna lie, Nico. That had the energy of that one line from Pacific Rim. I did once. Pulls off sunglasses to reveal a horrendous scar. Once.
I lost something once.
No, it was back during my time working at McDonald's. They were so fucking rude.
I worked at McDonald's and I've worked at Taco Bell. Don't even get me started.
By God.
Let's see, pictures. Maria. Alright, so,
God,
damn it.
Maria Caravera.
Maria Calaveria. For those who have managed to get past volume 3,
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
here we go. This is the old.
You mean they're in volume 5?
Yeah.
Well, his point is that most people can't get past 3.
Congratulations, you're a nerd.
Anyways,
I'm probably a
the
masochist.
the person whom the three ladies, the three children whom are standing behind this nice-looking old Hispanic lady, named Maria Calavera, as she ushers the children to take some seats at one end of the hall as they just daintily move their legs back and forth.
She's meant to be
One end.
Hispanic?
Yeah,
Like
Day of the
one
Dead
end
theme.
of the hall or the classroom?
I thought she was meant to be their equivalent of Native American.
No, she's based off the Day of the Dead, aka Mexican culture.
Oh, right, yeah, makes sense. Sorry, it's the fucking beads necklace that, like, throws me off. I always think, like, that always looks kind of Native American-y to me. That and, like, just her general outfit.
To be fair, there were Native Mexicans who did beat stuff like this. It's
Yeah,
just like
I mean,
the,
I will say I'm the Brit here. You know, I have literally barely any exposure to either culture, so I am the one who knows the least.
Says the man whose country took over the entire world for salt.
They're just salty bitches, what can we say?
I did not ever claim to do such a thing, okay? I didn't make those decisions.
No, it's
Remember,
based.
it's we.
Oh, Raven, if you're trying to say anything, you're still muted. Alright, so, as this nice old lady just helps usher the children into chairs, the class then begins with a simple phrase. Back to the classroom picture.
Yeah, I mute myself when I have to. By the way.
Oh, no worries.
Alright, well, welcome back.
So,
Anyways, are they
Clear.
on the opposite side of the classroom or are they in the hall?
So, you see how in the classroom picture there's a guy in the very back, like where it looks like he's controlling a projector and a computer.
Yes, I see that much.
All right, think of that spot as where Maria Calavera and Duran's daughters are, as Duran is the obvious female Marine in this picture giving the lecture.
Wow.
And he writes on the
In touch with the 7 inside.
So he then writes on the chalkboard, Law and Order 101.
Does he hear the sound of footsteps angrily rushing towards the classroom in the hall?
He sighs as he hears that, and Maria also sighs as she turns to the kids. She turns to his daughters. Might want to cover your ears, dearies. And with that, they just plug their ears, just like cutely, like how kids would be in anime. As the door opens up and Rosa is there.
The door does more than open up.
Boom, baby.
He practically kicks the door open.
Would you like to make a special roll to have it land on the thirst trap, cadets?
You know what? Why not? What do I need to roll for that?
I feel like that would just be if it's a 20.
Yeah, just roll a regular 20.
Alright.
Also, I appreciate that you're using this this image of the of like a more professional briefing, but whenever I think of military briefings, this is all that comes to mind.
It actually is literally like this, believe me.
3.
So
That was just my high school.
Them doors is built tough nowadays.
So it just
Or more like
flies
he's
into
prepared.
the air, and then just lands right in front of Duran, but it doesn't crush him. And he just sighs. He then looks up to see Rosa. Can you stop breaking down my frickin' doors?
Sorry, I didn't realize how hard I hit it.
You then
She
hear
goes
the,
and politely picks it up, goes back up, puts it back in place of the frame, dusts off her hands before running back over to face Duran like, where's the body?
I hand it over to the authorities to get my bounty on it. This
No,
actually gets...
Rosa immediately like goes over, rips the door back off the hinges, runs back out into the hallway.
It's then that a hand raises and it's
Damn it,
a
Daniel.
Alright. It is then that a hand raises and it's a very terrified female cadet. Mr. Kaida. Mr. Kaida, or sorry, no. Instructor Tannen. Instructor Tannen, what was that about? An incident I had to deal with as a law enforcement officer. And this shocks the entire class. Because, keep in mind, Atlas has a military and a police force. These kids probably wouldn't even know about bounty hunters, much less huntsmen, save for whatever would be in the news.
Well,
After he
Fells
says
would know
that,
about it.
after he says that, Jack has just about had enough, and then speaks up. And what part of law enforcement involves an on-the-spot summary execution?
He then turns to you, Jack. Simply put, he then puts up a case file, and it's literally that cadet. While he is young age like you guys, he had a very high criminal rap sheet, and it has the organization that he was working for at the moment. And let's just say that the charges were basically all the nasty things you would think mercenaries from the Third World would do.
To basically kill on sight order.
Yeah, it's a basically kill on sight order, and if you capture him, they would rather prefer you turn in the dead corpse, rather than waste the judicial system with keeping him alive.
Mind you, this whole time Sora's head is still down.
And now Rosa's chasing after the MPs who took the corpse.
This man is wanted for a lot of offenses. Simply put, if people are dogs, sometimes it's best to just put them down like dogs. Is that enough for you, Mr. Irving?
Fells
Jack-
just lazily yawns in his seat, and he covers his mouth while he yawns.
Jack's eyes are like narrow at all of this, and he just goes, "So, how exactly did someone like that manage to get into this academy so easily?"
Simply put, Mr. Irving, it is very easy. Now, that's not to say that the academy does its damnedest to run many background checks in order to catch people, but people will slip through the cracks. Either because they were already outsiders and were born in villages that really don't keep track of their populations, or criminal organizations are known to create fake identities, and some are very convincing, especially for those that recruit children.
Once again, Foles just rolls his eyes in his seat.
Jack does not seem remotely pleased with this argument, but doesn't have any follow-up questions.
Do I have any other questions? Anyone?
How many dogs have you put down, Menace and us?
He then looks at another kid. He then looks at a kid and says, "You. I overheard you talking about my record. What do you know of me?" This kid looks terrified because he was just put on the spot so easily. I heard that you've killed many men, too many to count. a reasonable assumption, especially when you never heard of a bounty hunter. Simply put cadets. He then presses the button for another slide, and it has two stages of law enforcement: federal, or United Kingdom, village, or United. United, so like say like NATO, like say the four countries are united under one banner with, as if it's like a global government. You then have kingdom, and then underneath it you have miscellaneous. Simply put,
I
cadet.
thought that would be phylum.
Simply put, cadets, there are many levels to law enforcement, which is why regulations are very heavy, and why a lot of you go through very strenuous training through this academy. Granted, while most of your training is going to be mostly focused on grim incursions, mainly with scouting and acting as a force multiplier. He then presses another slide, and it shows two different sets of people called huntsmen and bounty hunters. Simply, huntsmen, as you all have known through stories and media and whatnot, huntsmen are known for mainly hunting Grimm, because that is their role in this life, especially from the three main academies, Vacuo, Mistral, from Vacuo, Mistral, and Vale. In fact, their entire structure is as such. But bounty hunters, he then clicks the slide again, and it shows several. It shows people like Durin, but they sort of look, and it's literally just a bunch of people with helmets on and looking menacing. Bounty hunters, our main objective is to hunt down criminals and incite law enforcement. Now, how many of you have come from a small town or a village from outside of Atlas? Only a few hands raised up. All right.
Fells's hand is among them.
All right. Not that many of you. How many of you are directly from Atlas? And then it's like a 80% of the class. Figured as much.
Sora's head is still down, but she did raise her hand.
All right then. How many of you are from outside of Atlas?
And my hand.
Fells's hand is back up as well.
So as you see, cadets, while most of you are from Atlas, Atlas is very unique, because we train you in both law enforcement as well as grim incursion as a force multiplier. Because simply put, who can tell me what grim are typically attracted to?
Fells's hand is up again.
I feel like at that point, just a bunch of people would just chorus the word fear.
Fear is a very natural choice. It's what you've been taught all your lives from the base academies and/or what you have learned in your own personal studies.
Fell's the only one raising his hand here.
To be fair, the kids don't really, while they know of Durin, they don't necessarily know how to react to him. Unlike you guys who know him because he's your personal instructor. Simply put, cadets, the Grim are attracted to negative energies, and they can be many things. Now, granted, that is a very wide spectrum, from, say, severe depression to undaunting rage. However, it also depends on what type of grim
lowers
it
his
is.
hand.
It honestly just depends on what type of grim is chasing you. For example, he then presses the button for a Beowulf to appear. Beowulfs, their primary hunting strategy is is basically pack mentality that wolves have. Beowulfs. As he just shrugs. Because they hunt in packs, the main thing they use as a radar mechanism is fear. It then turns into creeps. For creeps, their sensory abilities are a lot better, but they can sense multiple different types of negative energies. But with that wide range, they're always going to be blind and confused at points unless you go to it. He then
That hand goes up again.
Mr. Irving?
We've not covered this in Grimm's studies yet, but it's something that's been on my mind lately. When it comes to the sensing of negative energies, do local positive energies counteract it, or is it just raw the negative energies?
Interesting point in question. And a logical and reasonable one at that. Simply put, I'm going to give you an example of something I had to deal with long before any of you kids were even born. When I was walking through a village in Mistral, it was under a grim incursion. It was that of bear wolves, so their main source of sensing negative energy was obviously fear. But why were the villagers in fear, you might ask? Then another cadet raises their hand. Yes? External forces? He nods. A good argument. It's actually exactly that caused this grim incursion with Beowulfs. He then turns it to a case file. He then shows pictures of a case file of a person he was hunting. This man is named Strahd von Zarevich. He is known throughout Mistral as a vampire bat faunus who relishes in the drinking of blood. And he was haunting this village during the night because that's where his senses are the most sharp. This created a fear of the dark, and mostly going outside at night. And then people started disappearing. So then people were afraid of, again, going out at night, but for any reason. When I arrived, the village was down to half its population because this monster was drinking all of their blood. He then shows off several unfortunate missing persons reports. He drained them of their blood, which caused the entire village to be afraid of him. And when I arrived, there was a grim incursion of Beowulfs, because their main sense of negative energy, because their main radar choice of negative energy was fear. He caused that fear with his own actions. If me and several other huntsmen hadn't arrived, the village would have been lost. Now, bounty hunters, like me, are obviously trained to deal with grim incursions to a smaller extent. Our main goal? He then puts the slide to this man named Strahd von Zarevich with a wanted poster. My goal is to end these threats before it becomes grim incursions. People say that humanity and faunus hate each other for various reasons, and I do say that with truth, faunus and humans hate each other for various reasons, be it for cultural, religious, or hell, just because you look funny. However, that's not enough to actually bring Grimm around. For example, just because one kid was a faunus being bullied by others, could it attract a Beowulf? Maybe. What it would more or less attract would probably be an Ursa. It then shows an Ursa Major. These bastards, they hunt by rage. He then switches back to the wanted poster of Strahd. Therefore, while huntsmen are meant to clear out grim nests, with any support of local militias and or the Atlas military, which I have done on many occasions, while they do their main goal of just eliminating grim nests and scouting for other various species of grim, my goal is to hunt down this man, so that way he can't terrorize the village again and cause these incidences. Have any of you ever wondered why some villages just go radar silent?
And this Fells would raise his hand.
Yes, Mr. Ultima?
Probably because there's no longer a village to get into contact with.
That is an obvious and fair assessment. But simply put, the main reason why they go dark is because these bastards hide amongst these locals. They know they can get away within these small towns, because no one's going to really because no one from the main cities really gives a damn, save for very few. Which is why bounty hunters are often always out there in the field, unlike huntsmen. They're more of a first responders, like a police force. Bounty hunters, we scout, we track. We hunt these monsters down so that way villages don't have to do it on their own. And in some cases, the villages don't have the resources to contain or kill these people.
I hate to do this, but I'm really tired. I've got a duck. I've got stuff happening tomorrow.
Very well.
And I'm falling asleep, yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, and I don't feel so well.
Yeah, I also need to get to bed because I gotta wake up early to get to work too, so we shall end with Duran saying one final phrase. Huntsmen are not bounty hunters, but bounty hunters aren't huntsmen either. And with that, we shall end today's session. Alright, if you guys are on Kick or YouTube, I'm just gonna simply stop the streams and then I'm gonna try to find someone to raid on Kick. Bye-bye!
Well, see ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.